G'day, it's Noisy Andrew from Party Meeple here, and welcome to the internet. Today, I'd like to do a quick video about what to do when you screw up. Let's not forget, we are the sum of the lessons we learn from our mistakes, and if you don't learn from your mistakes, you are almost certainly poorer for it. I was listening to a board gaming news podcast yesterday, and in one of the news segments, they spoke about a content creator, which the sweetheart and I quite enjoy, and a channel that we quite enjoy, and how there'd been a harassment claim. And I just want to talk about what to do when you become involved in this situation, because I think, to be frank, it probably happens to all of us at one point or another. For there to be a positive outcome, there is really only one definite path to take. Some decades ago, it pains me to say, I was inappropriate with one of my friends. Nothing physical, just I opened my mouth without having my brain in gear first. And of course, there was hurt. So I have some experience in how to deal with this and the lessons learned. So what is the thing that you should do in this situation? Let's not forget, disrespect of other people is something that occurs far too frequently in the gaming community and in real life, so these lessons can be applied everywhere. So someone you know is upset by something you have said. What is the first thing that we need to identify in this situation? The most important thing, and that is that someone you know is hurting and you're responsible for that. And to that end, the first thing you need to do is own it, is to apologize. And an apology is actually a very, very simple thing. Apologies come with no conditions, no explanations, nothing. They are just an extension of empathy towards somebody. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. You don't need to say anything else. The minute you wheel out the old, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were so sensitive, blah, 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 that's not an apology. That's violent communication, actually. In fact, each time you use the word you in a discussion like this, you're actually being violent. You're being accusative of someone. So avoid it. Just say sorry. And why should you do this? Well, first of all, it's empowering. No, seriously. Saying sorry when you've been a goose or a dick or whatever, when you say sorry in that situation, we know that's difficult. It takes courage. So that's why you do it. And I don't know a single person that doesn't benefit from feeling courageous. So, own it. Just say sorry. You almost certainly feel the need to try and explain it away. You were misunderstood. It was a mistake. You didn't realize. None of this is important. All that is important is someone is hurting and you're the reason. And this is why you need to toughen up and make an apology. The other benefit in this situation is that you're not carrying baggage with you. You might believe that it was a misunderstanding or any one of a number of things. No, that's not what it was meant to be, blah, 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 blah. But you're always going to carry that bit of doubt that you were responsible for someone you cared about. Let's face it, it's probably a friend. It nearly always is. You care about your friends, right? You're going to carry that little bit of in the back of your mind, probably for a very long time. Painful. Painful. It's unlikely that you didn't feel something for the person that you offended. Otherwise, why did you do the offensive thing in the first place? Were you just out to piss somebody off? There are people in the community that think that no one cares about anyone else. but human beings largely care about all other human beings. If you're one of the human beings that doesn't give a shit about the feelings of other human beings, there's a word for you. You're a fucking psychopath and a dick. And what's more, you're unusual. Most human beings care about the welfare of other human beings. And in that framework, it's worth fixing problems and learning from mistakes. And owning up and saying, I'm sorry, without any explanation or conditions, is what will fix that. This news I saw the other day, well, listened to actually, was like, I've spoken about it with the close people with me in my life, and we're all disappointed. The channel involved is one that we really like, and I don't feel comfortable like enjoying their content anymore. They have evidently discussed it in their private community, and it appears there may be a history of this in amongst some of their staff, and this is disappointing and saddening. And I can't help but think that the way forward in this situation is to be open about it and just own it. At least people can see that you're actually being authentic. Sadly, in this day and age, this sort of thing happens all too frequently. Not just in gaming, but in the workplace, currently in politics in Australia. And I can't help thinking, if people showed some balls, owned the situation and said, fuck it, I'm sorry, I've learned, whether our culture would be better off. Whether people would realize what is appropriate and what is inappropriate and learn. And that way we could all be a little gentler with each other. And maybe then we could distance ourselves from the current culture of denial that we seem to have. And for those people who I owe a handmade copy of Wake to, sorry I haven't done anything. Like I said before, want to do some more playtests, and I haven't got a group together to do that. Maybe that will happen this weekend, or not, but you are going to get your thing. You are going to get your thing. And to everyone else, thank you for watching. The next video, I promise, will not be so heavy.